Welcome to Maine Public News Connect, original news stories from Maine Public Radio, airing weekly in Spanish, French, Portuguese, Somali, and English. I'm your host, Ari Snider. Today is Friday, February 9th, and here are the week's top stories. State Attorney General Aaron Frey says Maine will receive a $1.8 million legal settlement from the company Publicis Health. Maine is among several states that say the marketing firm contributed to the opioid crisis through its work with Purdue Pharma and other drug manufacturers. Frey says the settlement holds Publicis accountable for profiting from addiction. He says Maine has so far brought in $34 million in settlements from companies that played a role in the opioid epidemic. Meanwhile, overdose deaths declined 16% in Maine last year, according to preliminary data. Last year, 607 people in Maine died from a drug overdose compared with 723 the year before. The powerful opioid fentanyl was the most frequent cause of death. It was nearly always found in combination with other drugs. According to the data, in fatal cases where emergency medical services responded, the vast majority died before arriving at the emergency room. The report says that's likely due to the high number of cases involving fentanyl and the risks of people using drugs alone. President Joe Biden approved Maine's request for a major disaster declaration for the December storm and flooding that severely impacted 10 counties. The federal government is now making grants and loans available to low-income homeowners, including seniors and young families who need help repairing storm damage. Homeowners 18 and older can apply for disaster-related grants of up to $40,000 or home repair loans with 1% interest rates. You can also be reimbursed for repairs that have already been made. Federal officials have denied Maine's request to allow asylum seekers in the state to get work authorization faster. Federal law requires asylum seekers to wait a minimum of 180 days after filing their case before being able to work in the U.S. In October of last year, the Maine Department of Labor requested a waiver to that provision. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services denied that request last month, saying, quote, only Congress can change this statutory requirement. U.S. Representative Shelley Pingree and U.S. Senator Susan Collins have introduced legislation multiple times in recent years to shorten the work permit wait period to 30 days, but those bills have not advanced. This has been Maine Public News Connect. We'll see you next time. Thank you to our excellent community partners for supporting and contributing to this program. Maine Public News Connect has been made possible by individual supporters and foundations from across Maine, as well as Koo and Patricia Yuen, cPort Credit Union, Hannaford Supermarkets, MaineHousing, and IDEXX. Maine Public News Connect is made possible by Koo and Patricia Yuen, committed to bridging cultural differences in our communities.
Juntos. Ensemble.
Warajir.
Junto.
cPort Credit Union. Together.
Hannaford Supermarkets, celebrating the diversity of its employees, customers, and communities, and committed to fostering a welcoming environment. Together, they're greater than groceries. Learn more at hannaford.com.
At MaineHousing, we know an affordable home is key. Our first home loan program offers Mainers low interest rates and down payment assistance on multi-unit properties. Learn more at MaineHousing.org.
You can compare plans and get financial help to lower your cost at CoverMe.gov, a resource for finding health insurance that fits at a price that works.
Good work lives here. The Maine Apprenticeship Program gives you a paid job and training. Learn more at maine.gov/apprenticeship. Things are changing with MaineCare. Stay connected to stay covered. Update your contact information at mymaineconnection.gov.